Hello everybody, this is a Nerdy Geeky, and we are back, well, you know where we are, don't you? But if you don't, we're in the Plot World server. We are doing a creative build in the Plot World server, and as you can see, we are, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. We've got a little bit of detail outside, we've got a little detail inside. Today we're going to be working more on the inside, and as you can see, I've got some colours chosen. I've been doing a little bit of research down here. Last week we started on our enchanting room, and I'm still really happy with it, but the walls look ugly and the ceiling looks ugly. So let's see how far we can get today, and then we will carry on from there anyway. So let me take you through the thought process, because the whole point of creative, like, there's no mining or anything to be doing, it's pure crafting. So it's all about the thought process and what we can do with unlimited resources. So which is the interesting thing about creative. The unlimited resources means you can have unlimited creativity effectively. And this may not look like unlimited creativity, but it's a lot of things to have to find if you wanted to. You know, we got things from a couple of different biomes here, so luckily we've got them right here where we need them. So today, I had a look. I tried to keep with the theme of a book, so I tried to go for book colours, as you can see. I can see that they're kind of gold bound actually, and I may put a little bit of maybe yellow clay in there. Actually, it's all an evolution in itself that we just need to keep going through. So I did just general stripes, like a book on its side, and it looked horrible. In fact, it looked like, you know, that Napoleon ice cream you can get, or Napoleon, sorry, idiot. The Neapolitan ice cream that you can get, it just looked like that, and it made me very hungry, but it did not look good at all. So what we're going to do, I think, is I'm not usually a big fan of stripes. I don't wear stripy things. I don't own stripy wallpaper or nothing like that. But I did these sort of stripes on this side, and they looked really nice, and I had them curve around the walls, so the walls all link together. I've got an idea for the ceiling, but I'm not going to give that away just yet. So let's see what you guys think with this, and rather than seeing me go through the process, we can just get on and build it now. 1, 2, 3, bam. So this actually looks a lot whiter than you think when you start putting brown next to it, because the white stained clay, if you put it outside, this is white. See, this is white. That's pink. It is not white, or at best, it's flesh. That's a flesh colour. I've put the lights all the way around, but it's still really, really gloomy in here. And I know it's underground, so it's going to be gloomy. I feel really low down right now. Weird. I think it's because I'm always flying on this server. But yeah, I think it's always going to look a little bit gloomy. But in the ceiling, like I said, I've got ideas. So let's get cracking anyway. And I'll show you what I meant. And this is going to be 3 across. Effectively, it's 3 across and 3 up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. 1, 2, 1. But what I was talking about here is doing it like this. Like that. Why is that not what I thought it would be? Yeah, it's fine. No, it's fine. Just me going crazy. Let's put that up there like that. Let's bring these down like this. Bam, bam. I really like clay. I never get to work with clay on my survival world because I just have not been able to find a mesa biome yet, and nothing. I think the most clay I've got is 32 like little splodges of clay, whatever they're called. I can't remember what they're called now. 1, 2, 1, 2. But you want 1, 2, 3, don't you? So I take it that'll be like that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And let's count with Nerdy Geeky. I apologise, guys. I did not mean for that to rhyme. 1, 2, 3. So let's put this down here as well. I think I worked it out that it looked nicer like this one. Oh man, I'm out somehow. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it was the third one along. I am an idiot, guys. Why am I breaking it all? Anyway, I'm an absolute idiot. Let's just break it all. Let's just start again. What a waste of time. You guys are already sitting there. I told you it was wrong, didn't I? I told you it did not look right. I did this earlier, and it looked great. And whenever I do stuff like this, I always have trouble replicating it. Let's try this again. Count in with me. 1, 2, 3. Like that. See, I remember that being in the middle of the white. Like that, which is what I liked. 1, 2, pop, 3. 1, pop, pop. Like that. That's it. That was it. Well, we're there. Eventually. Sorry about that, guys. This probably does need to be like that. Yes, it does. Yep, 2, 3, not close enough. So, you can see it's starting to form with the stripes, but let me just take you through it. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it would be there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you get white up here, like this. So brighten up the ceiling a little bit more like that. Down here, you're going to need this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Bam, bam. This is why I knew it was wrong, because I knew there was a bit in the corner there. And that's our little pan, like that. Hope you guys like that. Actually, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird because that wouldn't be there. That would be brown again. Okay. Because like brown, brown, like, you know, light, dark, light, white, light, dark, light, white. So I hope you guys like that anyway. I quite like it. Like I said, I'm not usually a stripe person, but I think it works with the room. I'm going to have to do it all the way through before I decide whether it's actually just really ugly or not. I kind of wanted this sort of wisp stripe sort of, I don't know, like when you walk in here to do your enchanting, it's like walking into just a completely different realm to all this. So I tell you what, guys, I'm going to leave it here for a second. I'm going to go do this all the way around the room. This may change. I think the room may need some sort of border to it, but the border might go like there or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sort of building as I go along here. I'll do this all the way around the room. Let's see what it looks like. I'll see you in a minute, guys. Okay, we're back, people, and it's done. And I'm not 100% sure on it, but I think I like it. I think it's different. I think it's something I've not done before. And ooh, you can just about see it. Let's take you in. Let's have a look. Let's see what you think. I think it works quite well. I kept with the acacia, and I put acacia around these just to emphasise the lights a little bit more, because they just look like they're a little bit... They were just stuck in the wall, and they were just like, as if, you know, we just thrown them in. So I think this looks a little bit more decorated, and I have managed to keep the pattern going all the way around, and I like it. I think it goes really well. I know it makes the room kind of dark, but I think it's the ceiling that really makes the room dark, and the ceiling is something that we really need to work on next. But I'm going to turn around and show you the edges by the door, because obviously I can't change the door, so the door needs to stay as diorite. But I've put quartz pillars and these little sort of like golden edges like they've got on the books. Try to make it like they've got golden edges on the books. I think I like that. I think the quartz pillars remind us that we are still in this temple, because this is so different to out there. We got this big white clean structure, and then you come down here into this very sort of, I guess it's warmer, and it's more it's just more decorated, more colourful, even though they're completely different colours. I try to keep colours of books, keep with the colour scheme of books and stuff like that. It's weird, there's a little bit like an optical illusion going on here, how some of these bands like that there looks thinner than that, even though it's not. They are all 3 wide, but you've got a couple of stairs taking up some of the areas there, and it does make it look quite narrow in places, but don't worry, I have made sure I've gone around, and it is exactly right. It's exactly 3, like 1, 2, then it goes 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. So I think it looks fine. I like it. I really like this. I think it's kind of jazzy, and I think it goes with the colour scheme. So yeah, I wasn't too sure about the pillars at first, but they've grown on me now. I really do like them. It's just like an opening to the whole area, and this reminds you that when you leave, that you're leaving to a more white quartz area, like this. So yes, I think we got it. I think we did it, guys. I think we did it. We did it. The ceiling. Now, the idea I got for the ceiling is, because it's supposed to be all mystical, you know, you're enchanting using mystical energies, and I'm thinking about using the blue clay. Let's get it up. The blue clay that's not blue at all, because it's purple. Let's have a look at the light blue as well to mix in some of the colours. And I'm thinking about making like a giant swirl. Ooh, and I don't know how I'm going to put the lights in there, but we will find a way of putting some sort of light in there as well. That swirl is going to be difficult, to say the least. That is a big thing that I am proposing here. And I'm thinking if we do it, we need it to be maybe 2 blocks of the light, and then 2 blocks of the dark, and then back to 2 blocks of the light, all the way around, and then something really dark, like it'll have to be like black. So we got a black stained clay like that. Oh, it's just clay, it's not splodge. But just checking that from our conversation earlier. So I think that's what it's going to be. Oh yeah, it really is a lot darker, isn't it? Still looks purple though. Why does every colour on this somehow look purple? Okay. The hardest thing is the fact that I can't see just jack all in the ceiling while I'm doing it. But I am worried that the ceiling's actually going to have to come down by 1, which means, yeah, I think it might have to. Which just means lowering this slightly, which means the pillars might not look that great. Because I think if you go pop, and then you go pop, there you are, you're up here. But I could probably get away with shaving off. The thing is, you see, if I shave off the ceiling, if I shave off the ceiling and there's only 1 block, whenever we're building something up here for the garden, we can't go down by more than 1 block. But we get the... So that stops us from having any kind of depth to our garden. And I don't want to do that. I don't want... Oh, I'm going to have to go up and replace the grass because the grass doesn't grow back, which is a really good idea. But yes, it's kind of annoying. So I think what we're going to have to do is do this. It's going to look a bit weird for a second. Do that. I think that still kind of works. That would have been nice to have those as 4 though, wouldn't it? But then they are still the same level of the door, you see, because what we're going to have to do, we're going to have like... we're going to have swirls coming out from here. Like, say, this is just... And then you're probably going to have black like that. And then you're probably going to have another 2. And then another 2. Like that, you know what I mean, guys? Like that. I do not know. I don't think that's going to work with this thing. I don't think that's going to work with this colour scheme at all. I think it's all just going to look all the same colour because there's no light. Right, no. Swirls, they're not happening. I tell you what I might do, guys. The swirly sort of thing, I might do for a floor, because I think it'd be quite cool to see a big floor. It's a shame we got this, actually. This would have been good for the ceiling than the swirl on the floor. But no, I think the swirl on the floor would be quite cool. I want to do a swirl. But the ceiling's a no at the moment, which means we can put these back to what I actually much preferred. Boom. Thank you. And boom. Thank you. Oh, no. Thank you. Yeah, I much prefer these. Ba-bam, bam. 1, 2, 3, 1. That one. Yeah. Yeah, I much prefer the 4 high as well. So, we're going to have to do something with the ceiling. And I don't know whether we're going to shave the ceiling off or not. I kind of like how tall the ceiling is. If we bring it down by 1, because we've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. To be fair, if we do bring it down by 1, it does equalise. It would just put the lights in the centre of the room. So, we may still do that, but I have no idea what to do for the ceiling yet. So I tell you what, guys, I'm going to go away. I'm going to do some ceiling designs, and I'll get back to you. So it's a shame, because I think this is actually going to have to go down to 3 at some point. Which is a real shame, because it looks nice as 4. But anyway, I'll be back in a second, guys. Let's try out some designs, and then I'll show you what I've got. And then we'll see what's happening. Okay, see you soon. Hello, everybody, and we are back, and I've been messing around now for half an hour or more. Just trying to get a ceiling that I liked, and instantly, well, not instantly, sorry, eventually, I went back to the same colour scheme that we've been using, the stripes on the wall, and I've really grown to like the stripes on the wall. So I went back to the colour scheme, and I tried something different, and I ended up having this. And I know it kind of looks like we're in some sort of 70s dungeon, But I think it works. I put like a gold trim around the edges just to get it started, just to make it separate to the walls. I think it does work. I think it looks all very similar at the moment, which is why I've put these glowstone on there at the moment. They're not staying, which is why on camera we're going to build a chandelier. Now, some of you eagle-eyed people may have noticed the problem. Because this wall has been pulled in slightly, we no longer have a definite center point to the room, because this here is an even number of blocks, where this is odd, which is why you get one there, but you get two there. So we've got no center point, which means we can't make anything like a cube or anything like that. We can't even make a square because we've got an odd and an even. We need an even and an even or an odd and an odd. So we are going to make a chandelier. It's not going to be the most conventional of shapes, but I did plan it out just, and I think it looks quite nice. We're going to stick with the acacia for the struts, or whatever they call the hold up a chandelier, and we're going to go for it. We're just going to go for it. I did this. I thought it looked quite nice. There's a little bit of a compromise at the end, and you'll see what I mean when we get there. I think as a compromise, it's okay. It's not too bad. It would be better though if Mojang could make a better way of being able to turn these redstone lamps on, because I much prefer the redstone lamps to these, to that. I think that's a much more interesting and better texture, and I think the design of the texture with all the corners and the border, I think it really works with this room. So let's get started. I need redstone here and here and here and here. Boom, boom. Badam, badam. Unfortunately, we're going to have to take up this white roof. I really pushed it to get the white ceiling in the middle. I think the white ceiling in the middle, it's going to make it look a lot more brighter. I think it'll make it look a lot nicer. Wait. Have I already messed this up? I've already messed this up, guys. I think I've already messed this up, guys, because I think that needs to be redstone. And that needs to be redstone. Oh dear. Oh, good start. You know me by now, guys. I built this like 30 seconds ago, and I've already screwed it up. It's there is where the redstone's going to go. So pop, pop, poppity pop. Thank you, server. And yeah, I think I had those there. Fence post. But we'll make it. We'll see what it looks like, and we'll see if we like it or not. Yeah. Pop, pop. Now, as you can see, I can't put redstone on those. That is what I can't put redstone on those. I think that's a nice chandelier. I think it doesn't come down too low. I think it works with the light. It looks a bit gloomy and a bit moody in the corners, but I like that because I think, you know, I'd like to think that when you're enchanting, it causes a lot of light. I know it doesn't really on the game, but you know, these rooms they wouldn't need too much light. We could always pop if we really wanted to. Oh, that was it. Yeah, that's the reason why I couldn't do that. Oh, not that one. That one. I can't put redstone up there for a redstone lamp. What I'd have to use is glowstone. Let's just very quickly try that, because I haven't tried that yet. And being in the middle of the yellow, glowstone may work. Okay, it would probably be better if that was yellow wool. I mean, it lights up the corners very nicely. Stops it from being too gloomy. I'm going to leave that like that for now. But you guys tell me if you like that or not. I kind of like the corners the way they were, but I could leave that and be happy with it. It's either that or we stick it... Oh well, the server's helping me out for a change. It's either that or we leave it right in the corner. But I don't know if I like that. I kind of like these definite corner edges like that. Really break up the textures. Oh, well, sorry, the textures really break up the colours. They're all the same texture, really. Anyway, I think that's quite nice. So, do we want these here? If we have them here, we need these, don't we? Let's have a look. I really like the fences, you see. I think that's a bit too much. Because we'd have to do this as well. No, that's too much. It's getting too far now. There is a, oh, oh, come on. Thank you. There is a point you get to where you realise that you're just overdoing it, and you're starting to cover up some of the sort of beauty of it. As long as they're attached, which they are. Those two at the front I may leave though. Or should I? I think the two at the front look quite nice actually. I think these two looked nice. But I think these should just, I think basically the outer ones should just be it for the outer ones. So which ones did I do? I did two there, there, and there. There we go. And to get around this, you guys are not going to like this. I know you guys are going to hate it. I don't particularly like it too much. We're going to do that. It does like both of them. It's a bit of a compromise. When you come in, you can't really see it. I mean, you can see it because we're looking for it, but if you weren't looking for it, you would just walk in, you'd use your enchanting tables. We are at some point going to cut a door in one of these areas. It's probably going to be over here. It's probably going to be a couple of doors, actually. So, I mean, you can't, unless you're really looking for it, you're not going to really notice it that much. So, I think that's a sort of a compromise that I'm happy with. So, I think that's it. I think this, for now, is done. Until we start building a door. When we start building a doorway, which needs steps and stuff like that, it's going to be like extra decorated, if you know what I mean. There's going to be a little bit, maybe a little bit more light coming through, a little bit more design. It's not just going to be the same walls all the way around. There's going to be entrances coming through them, because that's what we're going to do. We're not going to make you walk outside and up and down these stairs every time. Like, I want to get in there, so I've got to go. Oh, I've got to. No, actually, I've got to go all the way up. Let's go all the way up. I've got to go all the way around. Oh. I tell you what, they must have kept fit, these people that lived here, because this is a long way of getting to the adjacent room, and then I've got to go all here, and then I've got to go down. And I'm still not there. Here we are. And now I'm finally here, and now I'm finally in the adjacent room. This is changing, by the way, guys. Sneak peek. Keeping the colour scheme, though. Sneak peek at maybe the next episode. But yeah, so what we're going to do, we're going to put, like, corridor in there, and it's going to go around to here like that, and a corridor in there and go around to there, so you could come down, you could come into here. Hi guys, how you doing you enchanting? I'm just going next door for a pint. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So I think that we're done for today. I know it's been a bit of a shorter episode, but you know my episode lengths are never uniform. I basically just I do an episode, and when it's finished, it's finished. You know, one of them was 45 minutes. This one's probably going to be more like just over 20. It's probably actually nearly 25, so it's not actually too bad of an episode. I know there was no time lapse in the episode. I don't want to wear thin on time lapses or nothing. There was a time lapse in my last survival episode. So yeah, so let's end the episode, guys. I'm very happy with that. I hope you guys are happy with it too. But please feel free to leave a like or even a dislike if you don't like it. Thank you for watching. I have another 4 videos to make tomorrow for the Easter break, because I don't have my computer at home because I've got to go home on a train. So, but there will be an episode every Tuesday, every Friday. As always, I'm going to get on them tomorrow. Thank you for watching, guys. Please feel free to have a look at my blog that's linked. Have a look at my Twitter that I've linked, and I've even got a Tumblr just in case you guys prefer Tumblr, and I know some people do, because I have actually probably got more followers on Tumblr than Twitter at the moment. And it is, and you know, I do keep you guys regularly updated. I do tell you if things are running late, and I do tell you if things are uploading, and if things are scheduled for the right time, and if they are scheduled, what time things will be out, and if there's any extra content coming out with like let's plays and stuff like that. I know I've got a friend really keen on doing like adventure maps on Minecraft, and we're going to be talking about that in a minute. He's just waiting for me to finish this episode, and that's not why the episode's short. The episode's short, or shorter, but it's actually not that much shorter now. It's probably about the same length as it usually is. We're shorter because we finished what we wanted to do today. There's no point starting something else because we just we don't have the time for today. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Please, like I said, leave a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and all that jazz. You hear it from everyone that you ever watch, so you know what to do. You know how it works. You know how YouTube works. And have a great weekend, guys. And if I oh yeah, it's going to be Easter this weekend. Have a great Easter if you celebrate it. If you're not, have a great holiday. If you aren't on holiday, just have a great weekend. And I'll see you again on Tuesday. Thank you very much, guys, and that's it. Goodbye.